In November, December of 2016, it was just a lot of negativity and fear and hate that just kept, it was just coming from all directions. And I wanted to just kind of take a stand for what I believed, which was people and the beautiful world that we live in. So I created this message. So I made a phone call to a local printer, and I just asked him, like, hey, how much is it to get a lawn sign made? And he said, well, it's $80 for one. And I just said, okay, that's way too much. And he said, well, at 200 signs, it's $8 a sign. And I thought really quickly, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can find 199 other people that feel the same way I do. I guess I just really quickly came up with this idea of, like, instead of selling them for $8, I might as well sell them for a margin and donate the money to a place that could receive the money and use it in a way that would be beneficial. So I got the first 20 and I was leaving early the next morning to go to Canada, and I left, like, I felt like I was a little peace angel, like leaving them on the porch at like 2 in the morning of people who had pre-ordered them. As it was happening that I was getting emails, calls, texts for signs, it's like something's happening. All of a sudden it dawned on me that the Women's March was the next Saturday. The march was on a Saturday, and I decided to do 2 days, the 2 days leading up to it, doing pop-ups, which I'd never done. I didn't even know what a pop-up was, but I was gonna fill my truck with signs and shirts, and then I also ordered hoodies. People came to Volunteer Park, people I didn't know, and they were so excited to have a sign, and they would get signs, and it was just like each interaction uplifted me, and each person that I'd meet, like, they would tell me a story. And for me, it just like reaffirmed every single time why it was important. And it wasn't about fighting back, but it was about people, and then hearing their stories and getting more inspired. I was planning on marching. That was my goal. Like, I was looking forward to being with people and marching. I decided I couldn't march. I decided I had to set up a table and start selling all this stuff. And the first people started arriving. We were there before anyone, and it was just like these streams of people, and it's like all of a sudden we were just selling and selling. I wasn't uplifted by, like, the idea of, like, every swipe was a dollar figure or one more sign sold. I was uplifted by the people who were being there and showing up and coming together as people, and then hearing their stories of why they were there. And every single one was different. The Women's March was definitely the, like, catalyst for me to go from just doing 200 signs and hoping I could get those out and being done to continuing on. And in that first year, in 2017, there were so many marches, and people were just really inspired to come together and show up, and there was just so much energy. What I know is it starts with a sign, and for some people that is like a step of courage that at least they're doing something. Because in our, it makes me, let me gather myself. What I know is that wearing what you believe or standing up, it will create a conversation or a communication, a new connection that is unexpected. And what I believe right now is we need to just have more conversations. And I believe they should be difficult. And so my world keeps opening, and my learning keeps opening. And then I want to show up more and more for people that are different than myself, or have had different experiences, or who have been impacted by things that I've never had to be impacted by, which is like the energy that fuels me. And I think that we need to be fueled by, instead of this like shut down and hate and fear. Like, when you show up for someone, even if you don't know them, some of it is self-serving, but it is learning. This is just what I believe. There's duct tape. You can use duct tape, and you can change a sign however you want. I don't care. You're gonna buy the sign and put it up, put what you want. There's a backside, you can write on that, or you can make your own sign. Like, that's totally it. Like, I'm just one person with one voice, and I believe we all need to be heard and seen. And if you don't agree, yeah, make your own sign.